Happy Friday from the fellas in the studio. Dad's across from me. I'm Hudson. That's John on the couch from VO Marketing Pro. Dad and I do voiceover acting if you're new to this channel. And then John is part of VO Marketing Pro, which is a direct email marketing business for voice talents like my dad and I, or like you if you're a voice talent watching. Is there anything else we wanted to go over before? I mean, this is our numbers video. So like we give out our numbers for the week for the VOMP group, VO Marketing Pro group, how they did this week, how I did, how Dad did. A little bit shorter breakdown. And then we do have a group that's called VO Marketing Pro Plus that gets a deeper dive, gets to hear a little bit more about the processes that we go through, negotiations, stuff like that. And it's also kind of a thing for new people, people who are newer to just direct marketing, maybe not necessarily for new to voiceover. It's also if they haven't, they maybe need a group that they want to have for accountability and stuff like that. So just a
and
nice
if you
group.
happen to be, by the way, if you happen to be part of VO Marketing Pro VOMP, or if you just watch these and you're aren't a part of it, you're just a voiceover talent that enjoys these. We have, especially for the VOMP members, we have a special that we run. It's a discount to be a part of VOMP Plus, and he just highlighted what VOMP Plus is. If you're doing a hybrid approach, or doing some on your own, some direct email marketing, this is a group that's a lot of encouragement, a lot of tips and strategies, real-time strategies that we talk over, and we won't go into all the details. You can get a hold of John if you want some of the details, and if you're part of the VOMP group, you get a discount. So for a couple of months.
Yep. John Barston is at VOMarketingPro.com if you want to get a hold of him. We have a whole bunch of numbers videos from the past. We've been doing these for well over a year, maybe almost 2 years now. Almost 2 years. And so if you want to go look back at how I started out, see where Dad's been all the time, you can check those out in our numbers playlists on VO Marketing Pro's YouTube, which you are on right now. So anyway, we will get into our numbers right now. So we always start with our VO Marketing Pro group numbers.
So the beginning of the week was fast. It was a fast week, but it went by, and it was the beginning of the month, basically. And so beginning of the month means we don't get around. We clear out the database, meaning we take out unsubscribes, undeliverables. If there's undeliverables, try to find a new person maybe that's in that company to send out to a new email address. And so it's a little bit of a busy time for us, and so we don't send out for a couple days because we want to make sure that that's all good and clean before we send out. So 29 warm responses this week. We did send out some, but that's what we received back. 4 auditions, and then this is just a few people that got jobs, but there was 9 jobs reported this week. So Hudson with 6. Wow. Let's start off with that.
It was 6.
Whoops.
Yep. Bill DeWeese with 2, both recurring. Deanna Johnson with 1, recurring. That gets us to 9. And actually, we got 10. So then we didn't report Dad's from last week of a new client. We only report new clients.
For Dad, yeah.
And we had one guy who got a job. We hadn't reported it yet. Got a job and then just let us know that for some reason it fell through.
Oh, too bad.
And so he was really good about it, says we'll get him next time. So that's kind of how it goes sometimes in the business. It's not always.
Yes, it does.
That's why we wait to report till we kind of get it finalized.
Too bad. I know how that is.
And then I just want to make we talk about reporting all the time. People are good about doing it. Just a reminder that if you get something that you're not sure of, whether or not you got one or not, please check with us. We had a gentleman do that this afternoon, say, hey, I got this job from such and such a company. Just wanted to check with you before I counted it as mine. And so we're going to check into that. So hopefully we'll report that or whatever. He'll get that or we'll report that. Whether or not he gets it or we get it is great that he's getting it as a job. But we'll check it out, and we don't take credit for it if we can't find it. But what I will say is that we've gotten a couple warm responses this week, and this happens. It just reminded me is that somebody said, thanks for checking with us. We don't do the hiring, but check with this company. And so lots of times what can happen is that we might have a company in there that hires voiceover talent, but they hire it through some other studio or some agency. And so usually we can track that if you report it to us. So you might get a warm response from ABC company. You think, well, that's not from VO Marketing Pro. So you don't know where it came from. And that's why the importance is to send it to us, because DEF company is the one that was sent to your warm response from ABC company. And so that's why it's important, because then we know how to handle sending that to you, and how you can we can tell you how to kind of handle it, checking up with them, warm responses, or so that you don't get back to them with your initial email, just checking to see if they do voiceover work or whatever, if they're looking for talent. You can more treat them like a client or a warm response. And so hopefully that isn't confusing, but there's so many ways that people can get a hold of you. And that's why it's nice when people report if they don't know how they got it, and they don't just chalk it up to SEO, because if you're doing direct email marketing, there's a good chance that it's probably that instead of your SEO. So anyway, that's just another reason to report, and so we can make sure your database is clean, and so you know where your work is coming from, and that you know that this is working, because it's important to know that your monthly payments to us are working. So
yeah,
good.
Yeah,
very good.
Very nice. Good week. This week I'll go through mine. This week I had 5 warm responses this week, 0 auditions, but I won 2 auditions this week that I've done in the past. One of them was originally, it was a 75-second kind of explainer commercial thing. Originally $1,200 for that. And so I did a session this week. I thought I wasn't going to have to do a session for it. They got a hold of me and said that they were going to take the audition, but they decided to get on. Anyway, they came back to me and said that they wanted to do a 30-second commercial. And so they lopped another $600 on top of that just before this. So then I did another one, 4 scripts for $1,700 direct marketing. And then I had a recurring client for a $100 job. I did 14 jobs this week. And I had 8 jobs on Upwork, 0 on Voice123, 0 on Fiverr, 10 hours of editing for Dad. My total this week was $4,718. $4,718. That's my biggest week ever. And I was $400 short of passing my last month, which was my best month ever.
So your best month ever
was in January.
of 2024, and this week
was
you were $400 short of your best month ever. What was your best week ever before this? Do you remember?
3,600, close to that.
So
it was my second year
extra
that
$1,000.
I booked through a guy who has used me a couple of times now. He had 8 scripts for $400 a piece, so that was back probably a year and a half ago. So anyway, that's my week. If you want to hear more depth, I'll just say this again. If you want to hear about more of the comings and goings and the ins and outs of those projects and stuff, and how I got those projects, just the ins and outs, that's what we talk about in our VOMP Plus stuff. So if that's interesting to you, I don't know why it wouldn't be. I'm not trying to say that it's just like, wow. But to me, that's not an accident. Yeah, I'm not trying to
I get what you're saying.
Or anything.
When people, when voiceover talent share their numbers, very few do, when they share their numbers or they share the insights that got them the jobs and their processes, that is just like, that's gold. And so take advantage of it if you want to join VOMP Plus.
Yeah, especially if you're a member of VO Marketing Pro. Dad said that it was a discount for a couple months. It's to clear that up. As long as you're with VO Marketing Pro, that discount will stand. So that'd be great. Especially so many people in our group are doing a hybrid approach, and I think it'd be very beneficial for you if you can.
It's taken me 3 years to get to that point. Just to let you know, this is anyway.
So I had 23 jobs for direct marketing, and that was $4,595. This morning, just before I'd get my totals, because we do this on Friday around 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, I won a $90. I get $90. It was $100 from Upwork.
You bet.
I wanted an Upwork job. You won 8. I won 1. And then I had 12 Fiverr jobs for $1,390. My total was $6,075. $6,075.
Wow.
Good week.
1,000 over what you're trying to get.
Yep.
Very good. You beat me in Fiverr, though. I had 0. That's okay, though. I don't mind. Anyway, thank you for watching that. If you have any questions, you want to share your numbers, whatever it is, feel free to contact us. You can comment below in the comments, or you can get a hold of John Barsness at VOMarketingPro.com. We're happy to help out in any way that we can. So we hope you had a good week, and see you later.